talk a lot about Titanfall 3 on this channel, and I'm sure we're not the only ones who are always looking for some positive news about this game. Millions of people around the world are eager for Titanfall 3 info, positive or negative. Now, we reported on a handful of rumors that were floating around about a possible Titanfall 3 reveal during one of these summer game showcases, but since that obviously didn't happen, it's back to the drawing board. Unfortunately, we did get an update about Titanfall 3 the other day, but it wasn't exactly the kind of update that we look forward to. You let me know in the comments what you think about this actual Titanfall 3 update. What's up, everybody? Jimmy or Chaos. Welcome to VGL, and let's get into it. On June 13th, Respawn Entertainment actually broke their silence about Titanfall 3, and one of the team members actually acknowledged the game for the first time in months. Now, our intel comes from Mohammed Alavi, a former Respawn developer who had also worked with Infinity Ward during the COD Golden Age. That's a long time ago, before signing on with the new studio in the early days. The common narrative in the gaming community is that Titanfall 3 never actually got off the ground due to the financial disappointment of Titanfall 2. I mean, despite that being a fantastic game, one of the best reviewed FPS titles of all time, Titanfall 2's release window sucked, and less than stellar marketing caused it to severely underperform financially, selling roughly 4 million copies, which obviously is a lot of copies, but it's well below EA's standards and high hopes, especially compared to other 2016 shooters. Battlefield 1, 15 million copies, so yeah. Even though it was solid, it was a massive disappointment and EA lost confidence in the IP's ability to compete with other major shooter franchises, or at least that's how we thought things went down. According to Muhammad, in a recent interview, Titanfall 3 actually did get off the ground. It took a while for the plug to be pulled. Alavi states that Titanfall 3 started production after the launch of 2 and was actually in works for 10 months before getting shut down. For comparison, Titanfall 2 was only in development for 2 years before going gold, so Titanfall 3 was actually pretty far into production at the time, and Alavi claims there were multiple missions going. He also stated that the tech was fully in place, and that while it wasn't a revolutionary jump from Titanfall 2, it was incrementally better, which is what we would have asked for. However, Alavi also claimed that EA had nothing to do with the game's cancellation or Respawn Entertainment's pivot into the Battle Royale genre. He claims that near the end of Titanfall 3's 10 months of production, the team came together, they had a meeting to talk about multiplayer mode being more accessible and possibly finding an avenue to dive into the Battle Royale genre, which that was exploding in popularity thanks to Fortnite, PUBG, and H1Z1. Rest in peace. After that meeting, the team quickly came up with a prototype of a Titanfall Battle Royale game and then made the decision to pivot production to a full-fledged Battle Royale game as opposed to making Titanfall 3 with a BR mode attached to it. So it was actually Respawn themselves that shut down Titanfall 3, not EA. Alavi made it very clear that the team was at a crossroads. They could either make Titanfall 3, which would basically be Titanfall 2, but a little better, or they could completely pivot and focus all their efforts on a new Battle Royale project that ended up being Apex Legends. Obviously, the decision to shift focus to Apex was the right one in terms of financial success and maintaining the Titanfall IP, but for fans, it was hard to swallow and hear that Respawn were the ones who shut down Titanfall 3. I think a lot of us were perfectly happy blaming EA for the lack of the game. When you look at things from Respawn's perspective at the time, I think you could see where they were coming from. They poured their hearts and souls into Titanfall 1 and 2, and both of them ended up being financial disappointments due to factors that were out of their control. So when given the opportunity to shift focus and work on something that would appeal to a wider audience, they took it. They also expressed a desire to continue the Titanfall franchise in the future. But with this new information about how exactly 3 died, it throws the timeline into question. Certainly makes me wonder if the team is ever going to fully commit to restarting that project. What do you guys think? Do you think Respawn made the right call shifting their focus to Apex? You let me know in the comment section.